Hey guys, it's Jared from Van City Conversions. Want to quickly start before we jump into this tour. New Year's a couple days away. Hope you guys are all having a good, happy New Year's. This is the last build of the year to round off our 2023. It has been amazing. 2024. It's gonna be our best year yet with some of the builds we have booked in. Let's jump into this build. I'll start on the outside. There's a couple things the clients are gonna do on their own end when it comes to exterior, but inside, I just want to emphasize this is one of the most complicated interiors we have ever done when it comes to design-wise, interior, and just the overall planning that went into it. And I think it came together beautifully, and I'm so excited to show you it. So yeah, let's hop on in. All right, I know I said we'll hop on in, but we'll quickly start with the outside. Like I said, the only thing missing on this van are two things. You could probably tell, I kind of joke with the clients, it's an eyesore right now in a sense. Rims and tires are getting upgraded, but this is a 170 4x4 dually. It does have already installed the Van Compass Opti-Rates, and this client is going to get the additional 6.3. So the 2-inch lift and the full all-around suspension upgrades, they're going to do it within their own province when they get back in the new year and start their travels. On the rear here, we have the Alvans B2 with the large Alvans gear carrier. Got the nice shelf in there. This is where they keep their shore power, outdoor shower, firewood, def fluid, stuff like that. Got the B2 carrier up top. They want to add one-ups, that's there for it. I mean, these come regardless with the B2. B2 is nice, it can hold up to 250 pounds of weight, I believe. Open the door yet. We got the Alvans ladder tire carrier here that holds their spare extra ladder there. You got the roto packs here with the locking mount. Exterior, both extended depth flares. Wrapping up on the exterior, we have some side steps, a modular roof rack which has walkable solar panels and a mini deck up top. You have a quick connect and mount for Starlink. You have an AC Dominic RTX 2000 on the roof, max air fan, and a skylight all crammed up there with four exterior awning lights, and call them awning lights, but floodlights on the exterior of the vehicle. And you have a 4-camera 360-degree security system. So there's 4 cameras, actually 5 equipped on this thing if you count the factory, and the security system and head unit up in the front. That's about it on the outside. You got the flares, obviously extended depth flares, allow you to sleep sideways, and your trusty Furrion shore power outlet here. Then before we hop in there, we got the trusty R7s from Roving, the clear edition, and then their newest product that aren't even released yet are the R3 pod lights. We have those in amber with the Van Compass floating mount and hood mounts. So that wraps up the exterior. Before I open this door, I forgot to AMA window, sliding door window, behind driver window. Factory windows are factory stocked. We installed the AMAs. All right, first cool feature here is we created this little enclosed cubby space. It's useful space, don't let it go to waste. Soft close in there, nice shoe storage, brush gold handles. You'll kind of see a theme all throughout this build. A lot of time was spent on getting that down. All right, we will start with the front cab area. We installed 2 swivel seats here. Everything else is factory except this guy. This can swivel either way. It is mainly for if you're in bed, kind of in your lounge area and want to check. It is also useful for driving. Push of a button, this thing turns on, and there's the 4-camera security. So you have passenger, driver, front, rear. And you can also kind of switch through the channels and make sure if you want to just see one directly, hear a scary noise outside, and this obviously continuously records. So that's a pretty cool feature. You got the trusty overhead shelf here, finished with the same material of cabinetry. Fit all your window covers up here. Some of the keep that in. Some of the lagoon mounts can stow up here, towels, stuff like that. It's great to have storage. All right, we have the wall-mounted lagoon table with an outlet right here with USBs built in. Obviously, that is your eating area, workstation. It can be lowered, raised, and then they have this 3-inch upholstered cushion, which matches a lot of their upholstery in the vehicle. And with this leg being off, this can flip up, and there's another cushion in the rear, and that can create kind of a nice lounge area. It's almost a mini couch, love chair there. Cushion for the back, and you can kind of do your reading, look out the side door wherever you're parked. And yeah, pretty good use of this area. This area normally gets forgotten about in vans, so pretty cool functionality. Obviously trusted lagoon, and same countertop, which is actually a laminate, which is what the cabinets are made out of. I believe this is called Carmelo. All right, when you walk in the van, first feature you see here is a flip-up table extension. They wanted this kind of countertop height for cooking prep area. They did not want to use it as a desk, which is fair enough. Some people have their priorities, and I think that's a great I mean, table extension space, you might as well have that. Materials used in this van when it comes to floor, ceiling, walls, everything. On the ceiling, we used a nice stained pine with a white backdrop there. Nice slat style to finish and install these nice dimmable LED strip lighting. When it comes to the walls, believe it or not, this is actually a white laminate. We have to laminate panels, and this is a Sublime product. Super durable, doesn't smudge, anti-smudge. Tried to go for a seamless look. Moving on to cabinetry, similar Sublime product. And down here, Uniboard product, Carmelo. Also a laminate. So these things are super durable, easy to clean, easy to replace if need be, if clients damage them. This is Carmelo, and it's beautiful. Used in some of the accents too, tabletops, paneling, and matches the ceiling quite well. Countertops, I don't know if I said it or not. Oh, my bun's hitting the AC. This is quartz countertops, quartz backsplash, believe it or not. That's a super cool look we've actually never done before, and I just love the look of it. No seams, perfect finishing. And when it goes to floors, these are a vinyl click together floating floors, and it's supposed to look like a kind of a stone finish, which is pretty cool. All right, hopping on into the kitchen, we mentioned the flip up, the quartz countertops. You have your little pull-out pantry here. These are all on locking latches that can be adjusted. Require some force to push. They're not going to open while you drive, and you can adjust them accordingly. If you find they're too tight, tighten them up. Put a lot of pots and pans in here. You can tighten them up again or loosen, vice versa. We actually have toe kicks incorporated in this build with some nice mood lighting as well. Same lighting in the ceiling. And there's actually a nice hidden toe kick drawer here as well that opens up. So using every inch of storage is a couple inches, but you still have it. All right, we have the removable inset with the undermounted sink. This is quartz as well. The sink, we actually went with a nice white sink this time, and same with the brushed gold accessories. You got your faucet here, and you also have your filtered drinking water here, which is pretty cool. All right, when it comes to under your sink, this van, we did a gray water tank underneath the van mounted. So plenty of storage here, and you actually have your water filtration system under here, and you actually have a push of a button. This actuates and controls that, if you can hear that, your electronic ball valve. So you can dump your system in an appropriate spot whenever you want. You don't have to get under there and open valves or carry a big jug out and just drain it wherever you are. So that's a pretty cool feature. I guess above is your brains of your vehicle. Won't bore you with this too much, and we'll give you some cool clips of the lighting zones, but you have your brains, the servo of the vehicle up here. You have your S-bar diesel heater monitor. Clients are aware this has to be open to get an accurate reading of this when you are running the heater. Whether we might put some ventilation in the face of it in the future, for now they are aware, and that is how we are keeping it. When it comes to all the switches here, everything's labeled here. Normally clients peel that off once you get the hang of it. You have your floor heat. This van does have 12 volt heated floor pads under the floor in this whole section of the van. You have your water pump, and then you have your dump station as well for a separate gray water tank for the shower. Believe it or not, we have dimmable roof lights, shower light dimmable, under cabinet light, toe kick lights, and a separate dimmable light in each of the flares, along with 2 reading lights in the passenger and lights in the garage. So you can never have enough lights depending on what you're doing. Over here you have your hot water heater, similar thing, set on a timer, and shuts off automatically once it's done, or you can manually turn it off. That way you never forget it's on and it's not pulling a lot of amps. Alright, we just changed up the lighting in the van for you. Turned on all the lights but dimmed them appropriately. Hope the camera looks good. More storage here. You kind of got your cutlery drawer. They do have an induction cooktop here. More storage all the way throughout. Deep drawers. And then down here is your access panel to your S-bar heater. Is central to the van, that also vents into the garage. This van is fully winterized, off-grid, 4-season. Then in the toe kick is actually the ventilation for the heater. Alright, this is their wet bath area. I mean, before we hop into that, you got the Max Air fan on the ceiling. Totally forgot about that. That's a standard, essential. And then right above your head here, you have the Dometic RTX 2000. The fully off-grid air conditioning right up here. Hop into the shower. We did this nice tiling, this green tile. We have a nice quartz inset, same as their countertop, their niche, the little shower niche there. We have this nice gloss white paneling for the walls along with the tile. A nice cedar insert shower pan. Same kind of sticking with the theme here, brushed gold, handheld accessories, obviously hot and cold water. Can't really show you the shot here. Maddie will show you on some B-roll. But under that bench seat you saw earlier is access to the toilet. The toilet here actually pulls out from inside the shower, and that toilet is the separate. So this toilet is constantly vented outside. It's a composting toilet, similar to Nature's Head, and that is on some slides, so you can pull that out and use the bathroom. It's a good, nice hidden spot to hide your toilet. Obviously, lights in the shower are dimmable as well. Pretty much essentially turn them off, right back on. And I should mention the cedar inset of the shower pan. Smells amazing when it gets wet. And that is actually over top a custom-made stainless steel shower pan, which that all drains underneath to an 18-gallon gray water tank, which by a push button in this panel will drain out. Finally, I should note the true and trusty Nautilus shower door. To have your privacy, self-squeegeing, self-cleaning. You still have to clean it every once in a while. Alright, before we move into the bed space, you got the trusty, I think I've said trusty quite a lot, the stainless steel C85 Vitrifrigo. These are Italian yacht fridges, one of the most power conscious fridges out there, and just amazing. Still got the mini freezer in there, beautiful overhead storage here, and then plenty of deep storage here, and then with what we had left, you still have a little three shelf storage there. Keep in mind this is a dually, so that wheel well protrudes out quite a lot into the living area. Alright, we're up in the bedroom. This is a custom made to match the flares, 5-inch mattress with a 2-inch memory foam. You have the windows in either side of the flares. You have the his and hers reading light with USB, and then all the overhead cabinets follow you obviously into the bedroom, so you have plenty of storage up here. Nice and easy to close. And then probably the favorite feature is right above my head is a skylight. It's actually a boat hat skylight, big enough to actually climb up onto the roof. It's pretty nice too because that quick connect Starlink I mentioned about is easily accessible there. So you can throw up your Starlink, take it down as you need. And obviously right below me is the pass-through to access the garage. Yeah, that's what we're going to show you next. Moving on to the garage of the build. First things first, you got your beautiful same lighting scenes you have in the interior of the van. You got your lit up garage. I'll kind of talk about some of the systems before we jump into this. One of the biggest electrical systems, 12 volt wise, we've done in a van. They have 3 Battleborn 270 amp hour game changer batteries. So they have 810 amps of 12 volt lithium, and then all the other components are Victron. So you got the 3000 watt inverter charger. You do have the Orion, so up to 30 amps to charge while you drive. Charge controllers, the Lynx distributor, all that beautiful stuff under there, as well as the Starlink and some more outlets. And that diesel heater is actually heating with some nice ventilation, the electrical and the plumbing. Probably one of my favorite aesthetic features is these nice acrylic inserts to show off some of the beautiful electrical and plumbing, and it's obviously good to just peek your eye in there, see if anything's going on if need be, and probably one of my favorite features. On this electrical side, and what I mentioned earlier, a lot of stuff jam-packed on that roof. So on the roof, they physically only have 200 watts of solar, but don't stress. Right here, you have a quick connect, and we have another 200 watt panel they can plug in with about 20 feet of line, and they can lay it out wherever they want and actually get about 400 watts of sun. These clients will be spending a lot of time down in Baja in the southern states. That's going to do them well. So that beautiful little quick connect right there. Moving on over here is your outdoor shower. Probably one of the only things Mercedes did right with these plastic door panels. You got this little pocket, you got your quick connect shower, spray down, and you got your water fill here, which is another cool feature. You do have your water level sensor on the display inside, but it's nice to be able with this acrylic insert to physically look at the tank and see how full that is. So all you van lifers know, about 90% is normally full. Last but not least, you got your beautiful 500-pound pull-out drawer slides. Yeah, for all your storage, easy to access, and your pass-through too. So you can always access your garage from inside the van. Close that up. And away you go. Finally, just a side note, some of the attention to detail. Beautiful upholstery here all along the builds and the pillars in the rear. And then we also have nice ventilation. This is a CNC'd custom-made bed panel in 2 pieces. Easily removed if you ever need to access your plumbing and electrical. For breathability, that prevents mold and a lot of things like that. When it comes to the garage, there is a lot of preventative measures. Everything is siliconed inside and out. If you ever have a minor drip while filling water, everything here is siliconed, inner of the drawer, to prevent any sort of warpage and stuff like that for the future. This is so cheesy, but I'm doing the outro on the toilet. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. I just really want to emphasize for some of you guys who've stuck around, this has been some of the most work we've ever put into a van interior wise. The fit, the finish, the designing, thinking things through, making sure it's repairable, future proofing it. And I just want to say, I hope the camera does it justice, because a lot of things look good in picture, but once you see it in person, that's a whole different story. And I'd like to think on camera and in person, this thing's a beautiful build, and our team's done an amazing job. So yeah, if you think the same thing, make sure to leave a like, some comments, and I hope you guys all have a good New Year and holidays. See you in 2024.